Welcome to Cynthia Porter's studio. I'm Cindy, and this is my exploration into fluid art. Hey guys, it's your friend Cindy. Now, I don't remember if it was a dark and stormy night or a cold and snowy, foggy morning. My memory lasts about 10 minutes, but I do remember the details. So hang on for the next installment of Super Soldier Zombie Hands. Love y'all. Hang on, all my witches and ghouls, all the best people. So what I'm going to be doing tonight for you is a little bit of a chaos Dutch pour, and I'm going to mess with acrylic skins. Seems perfect for Friday the 13th. So hang on, here comes the telling. As you may know, I left Oak Ridge, Tennessee, the secret city, to get away from the National Lab and the plants and all that craziness and to follow my parents out west. We are a people that love nature, and one of our favorite things to do is go fly fishing. It used to be backpacking, but we're all a little bit older now. So when the runoff started happening this summer, my dad and I took the day to run up on the Sweetwater River and do a little bit of that fly fishing. And they were hitting pretty good. You know, it's really too bad I don't care much for trout. I could have filled a freezer. My dad is an engineer, and if you must know, truly a national treasure. Wow. The reason I tell you this is he is meticulous, and those same skills were able to tie the best damn flies. He even made my fly rod. Anyway, so he was on the river in his waders out there doing some casting, and I had taken a break for a sandwich. And then I noticed a big herd of cows. They were running around a butte. And, you know, I didn't think much about it because we're open range here. I was sitting there just enjoying the nice cool breeze and the clouds over my head, and I started to feel this pull on my jacket. Next thing I know, I'm jumping up and screaming my lungs out. But before I lost a breath, my dad whipped around on that river, took his rod, smacked it, caught a super soldier hand with the fly, and flew it by my head onto the other side of the river. Just incredible. Anyway, we took notice that those cows that had came down, we thought, just to visit us, had super soldier hands all over them, and those hands were like clawing at their skin and pulling out their eyes and ripping out their ears. Not only was it disgusting, but it was heartbreaking. Anyway, so we went and jumped in the old Jeep in hopes of leaving those hands in the dust. I can't believe it. I moved 1,664 miles away to get away from those super soldier zombie hands, and there they were in the middle of Wyoming. So Dad's driving, and he's going as fast as he can down this old dirt road, and I'm talking an old dirt road. It still has like tracks from, what are those things called? Oh, wagon wheels on it. So yeah, it's old, and it's so dry out here, it still has the wagon wheel imprints in it. We were almost to the teeny tiny town, and I mean teeny town. You don't know how tiny a town can be until you come to Wyoming. But it is called Atlantic City, and we were almost there, but then the Jeep started smoking and stuff, and then it came to a stop. Now my dad jumped out real quick, looked under the hood, and there were super zombie hands, charred black in there, and they were pulling all the wires out. Talk about stinking. Ugh, gross. Dad looked back, and all those super soldier zombie hands were still coming at us. They kind of looked like, have you seen those army ant videos, you know, where they're all trucking through the jungle? That's what they looked like, and it was pretty scary. Dad grabbed me out of the Jeep, and we ran up the hill and into the old gold mine, and we went straight into the entrance of the shaft, and we were in there, and there was all kinds of tumbleweeds all over the place. So Dad and me started putting those tumbleweeds up against the entrance, because if you don't know, tumbleweed is just like barbed wire. So we thought that might help deter, you know, the hands coming in. And those hands were determined to get at us, and they were coming through that tumbleweed, and like the little parts that were hanging off their wrists were getting stuck in the tumbleweed. It was really gross and gnarly looking. So the ones that made it out, I grabbed a board and I started swinging and hitting them, back out through the entrance. And while I was doing that, my dad pulled out his special military phone and made a phone call. Next thing, as both of us were kicking and hitting and throwing these zombie hands out of the shaft entrance, you could see a huge cloud of dust coming up over the horizon. And on closer inspection, it was a stampede of wild horses. And I thought, oh my God, they've gotten to the wild horses and they're going to be full of zombie hands too, and they're bringing them right at us. When they got to us, to my horror, I could see that they were zombie horses, and they were grabbing the hands and they were throwing them on the ground and they were stomping them with their hooves. And I just knew that they wanted to take over and get to us and eat us. I truly thought it was the end. Just then, the horses started to calm down and back away from the entrance, and the hands were all gone. And a helicopter started to land right outside of the entrance and saying that it was okay for us to come out. Now, I can tell you, I was having some trust issues, but Dad said it's okay. I called these people in. So we left the shaft and we walked over to the helicopter, and out of the helicopter came a general, a scientist, and an engineer, and Dad was shaking their hands and I was standing back a little bit. They were speaking in hushed tones, but I got the gist of it. So, Wyoming's the least populated state, and it also has the uranium. So it made perfect sense for them to build a little secret sciencey engineering place out here to continue their experiments with zombies. But they decided that soldiers were too smart, so they decided to try out with the wild horses and see what would happen with that. And it worked. They were able to control the zombie horses. And they had put these special sciencey engineering things on their hooves that sent a pulse that destroys whatever they touch when activated. From what I heard, they're going to send them over to Ukraine for testing. And of course, since Wyoming's, like I said, the least populated state, they thought they could bring all those super soldier hands out here and keep them in safekeeping. But you can't keep those super soldiers' hands out of anything. I really hope this truly is the end for them, but as you know, they keep popping back up. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my telling. I really hate reliving the experience. And let's go on to my making now. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions about a technique I use or a color, you can ask me in the comments and I will get back to you. Love y'all.
Saturday night at the arcade, silver coins in my hand, ready to make some damage. Saturday night at the arcade, silver coins in his hand, ready to make some damage. He wakes up, he gets drunk, and he hides at this day. He wakes
up, you really let me down. You know that I'm afraid of tiny spaces. How could you leave me here too high? I can't tell the difference in their faces. Monsters come in different shapes and sizes. Nowhere else to be. Small voices singing set me free. Set me free. You said you'd hope to die. You've crossed my heart now too many times. You know the feeling is gigantic, although it barely meets a naked eye. The messages we send are transatlantic, and you can barely tell that I am really shy. Oh, I'm so shy. You said you'd hope to die. You've crossed my heart now too many times. I'd stick a needle in your eye, but I'm too shy. You can string me up like I'm your puppet, the houseboy or the milkman or the maid. You know I will stay silent, I won't force it. You give me every chance to leave, but I still stay. I hold the light up close against the window, signaling for you to come inside. I lie awake and wait for you to get here, and I don't let it show, but I am really shy. I'm so shy. You said you'd hope to die. You've crossed my heart now too many times. I'd stick a needle in your eye, but I'm too shy. You said you'd hope to die. You've crossed my heart now too many times. I'd stick a needle in your eye, but I'm too shy. Floating, weightless, undersea, diving, conscious, like a dream.
I hope y'all been having a really good time today. And I want to dedicate this video to my dad. He has always been my hero. And I need to thank Antero Art Cafe for my introduction. And I need to thank It's Art by Donna. Donna, you really wrangled in all these different people into doing this collaboration. My goodness. And if you thought Friday the 13th was wicked, please join us tomorrow with Nate Bright Art. I dare ya. Happy Halloween, y'all, and I'm wishing you a bunch of peace, love, light, and lots of laughter. Love ya. Bye-bye.